Hey guys, today we're going to be comparing the YJ MGC 2x2 to the Valk 2M 2x2. Let's get straight into it. So how this video is going to work is we're going to judge each of these 2x2s in 3 separate categories. The first one is performance. The second one is how it feels, or in other words, is it enjoyable to solve. And the third one is how it affects my times. And in each of these 3 categories, we're going to give the cube a rating from 1 to 5. And at the end, we'll add up their ratings and see which one comes out on top. So we'll start with the performance of these cubes, and we'll start with the YJ MGC 2x2. For this cube, the corner cutting does about 45, but anything past that either results in a reverse corner cut, or just simply sort of not going. And then in the middle of any given algorithm or moveset, I can say that I've almost never had any lockups or anything along those lines. So for the performance of this cube, we're going to give this a 5 out of 5. Now on to the performance of the Valk 2M 2x2, and we'll start with the corner cutting. This cube really comfortably does 45 degrees for corner cutting, and almost goes to about 50 or 60 degrees before it just decides to reverse corner cut instead. Which is kind of interesting, because that means that there's just about nowhere that you can go on this cube where it simply just won't turn or lock up. And then if you're in the middle of an algorithm or moveset, it almost never catches on anything or pops or lockups. In fact, I don't think I've ever had any. So for the performance of this cube, we'll give it a solid 5 out of 5. Now on to the feel of these 2 cubes, and we'll start with the YJ MGC. So out of the box, this cube is actually kind of dry and rough, and sort of catches on just about everything, but after a little bit of tensioning and lubing to my liking, this cube definitely retains a smoother feel and is a much more of a joy to solve on. One other thing to note is that the magnets aren't super strong, but when you turn slowly you can sort of feel that they're there, and when you're turning fastly you can't really feel them at all, which is kind of a good thing, but at the same time you can sort of get the sense that they're aiding in the solving process. So in total, we'll give this cube a 4 out of 5 on feel. And now on to the feel of the Valk 2M. So out of the box, this cube's kind of the same as the MGC. It's kind of dry, and you can tell that it needs a little bit of tensioning and lube. But after you do that, this cube gets even better than the YJ MGC because it becomes super, almost kind of soft feeling and really pleasant to solve on, and you can almost kind of hear it in the sound. It's just a little bit more smooth to turn on. And when it comes to smoothness, it is super smooth with the exception of the magnets, of course. And just like the YJ MGC, the magnets aren't super strong, but when you're turning you can't really feel them all that much, but you can sort of get the sense that they're helping. So after a little bit of break-in and a little bit of setup, we'll give this cube a 5 out of 5 for feel. Now lastly, to how these cubes affect my times. And how this is going to work is we're going to do an average of 5 on each of these cubes, and then average them up at the end and see how it turns out. And the one who wins will get 5 stars, and the one who loses will get 4 stars. So let's get started. So after doing averages of 5 on both of these cubes, the results were the MGC 2x2 received an average of 5 of 6.39, and then the Valk 2M 2x2 received an average of 5 of 6.01, which means that the Valk 2M gave me better times than the YJ MGC. So therefore the Valk 2M gets 5 stars, and the YJ MGC gets 4 stars. So in the end, this means that the YJ MGC 2x2 received 13 out of 15 for its score, and the Valk 2M 2x2 received a 15 out of 15 for its score. So therefore, the Valk 2M 2x2 is our winner. So hopefully you enjoyed this little duel between the Valk 2M and the YJ MGC 2x2. Maybe if you were shopping for a new top-of-the-line 2x2, this maybe gave you a little bit of clarity on which one you're gonna buy. But other than that, if you're not subscribed already, that would be very much appreciated. And if you liked the video, maybe drop a like. So yeah, other than that, I hope you have a great day.